The good life. Welcome again, family. Today, do you know that everything about spiritual is about your body? When we think about spirituality, we will see that it is when we come in accord with our higher self, with our God, with our Christ consciousness. When we have successfully passed the whole sixth chakra in our body, or we can call it our sixth step in our innermost temple. When we get to the seventh one, then now you will now meet the Christ consciousness, or you can call it the God consciousness, or your higher self. So when we are talking about spirituality, we know that this is all dealing with our body. That is why the whole scriptures, the Bible, the Quran, and the others, Judaism book, and Buddha, is all dealing with our body. But everything is now written in allegory that made them to put images of people, as making these people as real people, as real history that really happened. But most of the old story in our scriptures are not real. They are all relating to another thing. They are just trying to make and give meaning to another thing entirely that is deep, which have deeper meaning. And the deeper meaning are all dealing with our body, dealing with the ladders in our back. Our spinal cord, our spinal column is the ladder, and which they call the Jacob ladder. So the Jacob ladder leads from our base spine, that is our head chakra, to our inside our brain, into the pineal gland. That's how the ladder in our body is. And when we think about it, we find out that every action that we take, every movement that we do, the first place that the movement starts from is our anus. That is this, our anus here. Our anus. And that is the middle part of our body. The anus is the middle part of our body, where everything starts from. Well, all our movements start. So, looking at spirituality is not about you trying to put another person in a higher place than you. Spirituality, I remember in ancient African spirituality, I remember those days when I was growing up, even in the last 15 years. I understood that all Africans they have their own gods. They have their own way of worshiping, of giving and paying homage to their God. But along the way, then religion come into the middle, and many people now start manipulating this way of people really paying homage to their own God, them worshiping themselves, not trying to worship anybody that they don't know, as they are put in various religions for us. So they try to make it evil. And as time goes on, I start seeing that people are living that way, that real way of being spiritual. And Africans really did that until religion came into the middle. And religion is not just like a market. They sell religion to people. That's why we see religion things on television, on everything. It's just like they're always doing advert of religion. But spirituality, you don't need to do any advert on spirituality, because spirituality is you and your God. That is it. That is you and your higher self. You have to locate and meet your higher self up there. But you have to go through many processes. You have to go through many stages. And you having to communicate with your body, with your higher self, you must have been able to conquer those stories and clean up all those debts that they have fed us with various religions about people are coming to come and save you. There's angel that is flying with wings. They are coming. Those ones, as I've said at the beginning of the video, they are all relating to allegory. And those allegory means another thing. The things that they really mean deeply are our body parts, in our innermost part of our body, and especially in our brain. The angels that they always call in the scriptures are our nerves. Our nerves, those are the light beings. Those are the angels. They are the angels in our brain. So they just use angels to just represent them. So the light beings are the angels in our body. Then the most important part of our body, when we're talking about spirituality, we have to bring this into context, that our third eye, which is the pineal gland, is the most essential part in our body again. Inside our brain, it's located in our brain and hidden in the middle of the brain, that it is like when it is activated, it emits light to the front. That's why you see many people, they always represent third eyes as one dot of eyes. That's why you see Indian people in all those Asia part of the world where they do go more within themselves, where they are not in depth with religion, where they know what spirituality is. That's why you see them with those dots. Those dots in the middle of those people's head represent the third eyes. And even in some African film, you will see that they always show those eyes. But when they show those images in African movies, they spoiled and painted it evil, as an evil stuff, to make everybody run away from those characters or those kind of way of life. And they will make sure those people that have those dots in African movies to do evil stuff in the movie. So that is all programming. Spirituality has everything to do with nature also. Because when you look at nature, when you come into nature, that is when you know how vulnerable you are, and how very little you are. Because when you meet yourself in nature, you don't know what are the creatures around you. And as I've come to learn to understand and come to know that when you don't hurt nature creatures don't attack you. They don't hunt you down. No, they don't attack you. They don't try to harm you. Even the snakes don't harm. As you can hear some bird sound at the background, those are the nature. Those are nature creatures. So everything that deals with spirituality have to do with our body and nature. And nature, the color of nature is green. That is when you see that when the old plants are real in full form, when they are growing up, when they are maturing, or the color of our ordinary leaf, you see that they are green. Then when they are dying off, you see that they will become black. Then they will die off. And when the plants mature, those like oranges, all those fruits that we always eat, they become yellow. Yeah. So spirituality have everything to do with our body and nothing more. Not some images around the skies or people in the heavens. And the heavens, I will have to talk about the heavens in another video. Okay, family, we'll speak later. I feel so good again to speak with you today. Woo! I feel so energetic. I hope you guys are meditating. I hope you are going into your body. And before I finish, let me finish with saying that your body is your temple. That is when you do your spiritual things, your spiritual practice in your temple, by you going within, by you meditating, by you learning to stay with yourself, by you learning to remain calm and walk above all your problems, just like the sun does. When we are meditating and we have successfully been able to beat down all our thoughts and try to eliminate all thoughts as possible that may come, that may want you to continue feeling less of yourself. When you can overcome that by just breathing in 4 times and breathing out 4 times. And when you are breathing out, you make sure that your breath is coming out slowly. You don't want to rush it. You want to be bringing out the air, the carbon dioxide outside. Like that. Very slow. Then when you finish doing the practice, you will see the differences. You will see how energetic you now become. When you practice that for 10 days, you will come back and say thank you to me. This have worked for me. This have changed my life abundantly. Okay, family, we'll speak later. Woo! So wonderful to speak with you today. The good life.